Hi, I'm Amber with Solutions for Simplicity, and today we're going to talk about how to know what to do first. What is that thing that you should be doing when you have so much to do? And I mean, all of us are just inundated with more to do than time to do it, and that's the source of so much of our stress and anxiety and just feeling so overwhelmed and frustrated with life. I have a million things to do, and I know you do as well. And so then if you're like me, I try and get all analytical and I think, okay, so I have all of these things to do, and here's the different categories of my life that they fall under, and I have all of these different formulas in my head for trying to figure out what the best place to start is and which tasks I should be doing first. But here is something that I have really been figuring out over the last few weeks and months, and in some ways it feels like something that we should just know already, right? Like when you hear this, it's gonna feel like that 2x4 hitting you over the head, like, oh yeah, I knew that already, but I guarantee you are not doing this. And so, you know, I have previously talked on my channel all about different ways of assessing your tasks and taming your to-do list, and then this video that you can check out on which tasks to prioritize and how. And there are some really important pieces of advice in both of those other videos, and I'm not throwing the baby out with the bathwater, but here is ultimately what I've realized. The thing we need to do first is the thing that we don't want to do. The thing we need to do first is the thing we don't want to do. Whatever it is that just makes you uncomfortable or sick to your stomach, or that awful feeling of dread when you think about it, that is exactly what we need to do, and do first before anything else. Because otherwise, it's obviously the thing that is never going to happen. And then here is the real kicker, right? If it wasn't so important, it wouldn't evoke that emotion in us. We wouldn't have that physical reaction to doing the task, right? And so this is, I mean, there are any number of things that I know you can relate to on this. For me, I'm realizing that obviously health and fitness is one of those huge things. Yeah, I know that I need to work out every day, and I need to be eating healthier, and I need to be taking care of myself so that I can be who I want to be for my husband and my kids, right? And obviously to live a long, happy life. But am I making sure to exercise every day? No, I have definitely gotten into some bad habits, and I think, oh, I'll do it later, I'll put it off, my work is so important, and whenever I get these free moments, I've got to do X, Y, and Z because it feels more important in the moment, or it's easier. And I just also often know that by doing those smaller, less important things, I can see instant results. Whereas with something big like working out, it takes time and effort to see the results, to see the progress, and to build up to the point where it becomes a routine and a habit. So it's very easy to put off something like that. Other small things like cleaning up the kitchen, you know, I look at the mess and it's overwhelming, and I just, I don't want to do it. And so I find any number of excuses and other, quote, more important things that deserve my time in that moment, rather than just buckling down, putting my head down, and getting it done. Now, there are plenty of nights where I do, you know, make sure everything is nice and clean, but this is just another example. The biggest thing that I have been avoiding is some of my big research work that I need to do for my job. And so I don't know what this is for you. I'm inviting you to think with me about what it is that you are specifically putting off, because I know you have something, and I know that even if you don't think you are doing it intentionally, those thoughts come into your head, those reminders telling us that, hey, we have this thing, we should do this, or hey, why don't you get up early and do your workout first thing in the morning, or why don't you, prioritize the first few hours of the day for this project. And we just don't. We've got so many competing voices in our heads that we so easily drown out the one that is so true. And that is the voice that is telling us to do the hard thing we don't want to do. Now, there are a few different reasons why it is so essential to do these things first. Number one is that we obviously get it out of the way. By doing the hard thing first, we ensure that it gets done and then it doesn't get derailed by all the other things that come up during our day. And you know, I know you've experienced this, that you have every good intention of doing that thing later and life happens. So don't take that chance. We need to do that difficult or uncomfortable thing first, the thing we don't want to do, because then it's out of the way and we don't have to worry about it anymore. The second reason why it is so important to do that hard or uncomfortable thing first is because it gives us an amazing feeling of power and motivation, because once we have done it, whatever it is, just even 10 minutes of light walking or sitting down and writing a couple paragraphs, whatever it is that you don't want to do and that you are avoiding, if you do that, you will feel an amazing sense of accomplishment and power because you did it. You did the hard thing that you don't want to do. When we do this repeatedly, it adds up over time and it genuinely becomes part of our identity. Those habits really accumulate and become second nature, so that then they're not as scary, right? We don't think, oh, working out is gonna be so hard today, because we do it and we know that, yeah, there are some exercises that challenge us, but that challenge, that strenuous activity is actually what is strengthening our bodies, or same kind of thing for a task that is mentally challenging. And then we also just, automatically know that when we wake up, we go do X, right? So we don't even have to put brain power into thinking about the order of our day. If we do the hard things first, then we won't delay all of the big, important areas of our life that deserve our prized attention. All the things that are so easy to put off and avoid because we just don't want to do them, and because other things feel more fun or more important in the moment. Let's stop doing that. Let's really work to take the guesswork and all of the sort of analytic games we play with ourselves out of this very essential aspect of our lives. The third reason why it is so important to do the thing you don't want to do first is because I guarantee you that by doing that thing, everything else will suddenly seem easier. There are such ripple effects that are created, and if we identify the one thing that is so crucial to everything else about our lives, then that is often the thing that we know we should be doing and we're not. And if we start doing that thing, then it just really spills over and improves so many other areas of our lives. We all have so much to do, and we can all waste a lot of time trying to figure out what to do first. But the answer is right in front of our eyes. The answer is something we already know. It's whatever it is that we don't want to do, whatever it is that evokes that gut reaction in your soul saying, I don't want to do that thing. We have to take control of our minds and control of our time and sit down to do that thing for whatever time we can, because that is how we are going to get places. That's how we're going to get things done. That's how we are going to build up our resilience and our ability to persevere and ultimately get to the point of success that we are seeking. Please comment down below and let me know some areas that you have been avoiding, some things in your life that you have purposely or even subconsciously been putting off, and how hopefully this video might be helping you to rethink that, what you are going to try and do differently. There are so many realms that I think this applies. And so again, this isn't to throw out all the old traditional advice about the formula for which things are urgent versus important and all of that good stuff, but it is the quick, simple answer. When we have some time at our disposal and we have so much to do, we're inundated with that long to-do list, we don't have to waste our precious mental energy and our precious time going through all these steps to figure out what's most important. We just automatically know from the gut reaction of what it is that we don't want to do. Do that thing and do it first before you get thrown off track, and then we will feel so much better, we'll be so much more productive, and it will snowball into helping us get all of these other things done. All right, I know this was a long-winded kind of ramble here, but thank you for listening. If you liked this video, give it a big thumbs up. Definitely subscribe if you haven't already for new videos every week all about planning, prioritizing, productivity, time management, and that elusive thing we call work-life balance. This whole channel is about helping you simplify your life and taking control of your time so that you're building the life that you love. If you're looking for more ways to do that, jump straight into these other videos. And until next time, have a great day.